One of my best friends has a daughter who's 6 years old now. Her and I were pregnant together the first time I was pregnant before having our miscarriage. So sometimes I look at her and think, oh my gosh, like I would have had a baby your age right now. Hi, Coco.
Hi.
You look so cute today.
Thank you.
You go swimming? You look tan.
Yes, she's been swimming every day.
Look at you. I love you, Coco. I miss you.
Love you too.
What are we doing, honey?
Ready for round 2.
Round 2. We're back at the doctor's. I don't really know what we're gonna do today.
I think we're gonna get you.
He's gonna tell me it didn't work.
Another little ultrasound.
Ugh, I hate the probe. I hate it so much.
They're gonna tell you we gotta go on Clomid, up dosage.
Yep.
And the follicle we were seeing, I think you have one on both sides, yeah. So you see the big follicle here?
Yes.
So you're gonna push out 2 eggs. We have 2 chances this month, okay?
Okay.
So this one's a 25. It's still there, okay?
So it hasn't.
Hasn't dropped yet.
Okay.
Okay. And then the other side's still nice and big too. So this one hasn't dropped yet either. Okay.
Okay.
This one's 25. It's gonna drop any minute.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll do the insemination today, just in case you drop it later today.
Okay.
We'll also see it tomorrow and do a second insemination tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's my turn. Desi had her tongue on the table, and now it's my turn. She's being mean to me right now. She's not giving me positive encouragement for what I have to go do. She doesn't understand what I have to go through as a
I
male.
hate you so much right now. I can't.
I would say one of the weirdest experiences for me through this whole thing was the IUI insemination days. I would have to go to the offices an hour before Desi, and someone's got to provide the sperm.
A whole handful of forks and
And they put them where?
and they just try to put them boom in my lady bits, and it hurt.
Mm.
And then the cramps was like,
Tell me more.
I honestly just wish I was wearing socks because I could see my toes curling. Friday the 13th.
It's like a harvest moon. It's Friday the 13th, and this is like our after insemination cuddle time right now. We got 2 minutes to go.
I feel like a Thanksgiving turkey just.
Cut some candy yams.
Oh god. You have to make light of the situation.
You really do. I'm glad we were doing this together, huh?
Well, who else would I be doing it with?
I don't know.
Myself? Stupid.
I'm dumb.
Here we are. Again.
I'm not your place, huh?
I just feel like I've been laying here for so long.
Pants
This is
on,
day
pants
two-
off.
Pants off. I wore socks today, so
That's good. You made that mistake yesterday.
yeah. We're getting
This is a
IUI day 2.
round 2.
And the reason I'm
Day
doing
2.
it 2 days in a row is because my follicle hadn't dropped yesterday yet. And they said it could happen yesterday or it could happen today. So just to be safe. I feel so bloated right now. Like a whale.
They said that's normal though.
My stomach is just like, I look already prego. It's just hurting so bad. You know, I just love reading messages and people telling me that I'm pregnant. I'm like, I was just going through DMs and people are like, oh, your face is so chubby, you're pregnant. And I'm like, no. And then someone told me yesterday not to drink because maybe I'm in my early stage of pregnancy, and I'm like, no. Usually when I read things online, it's a little bit easier for me to shake it off, but it can be so hurtful getting comments from people saying, when are you gonna give Steven a baby? Have you ever thought about adopting? That one really gets me. Let me tell you, I promise you, to anyone watching, anyone who's gone through infertility and who is struggling knows that adoption is an option. For some people, they don't want to do that. For us, it's definitely something we've talked about, and I've accepted that, like, if we can't have our own baby, then, you know, we can adopt. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try everything in my power to have a baby and carry a baby myself. That's something that I want to feel that, I want to experience that. Oh, you're glowing, you look pregnant. I'm like, I'm just wearing highlight today. Everyone has positive intentions. I know people are excited and they want to see someone that they love start a family, and I totally understand that. However, I think that when a woman is ready to announce her pregnancy, she will do it on her own. You don't tell a woman she looks pregnant, especially the comments in my Instagram that just say "you're pregnant!" exclamation mark. First of all, I would like to be the person to announce when I am pregnant, not a random person who has no idea in the comments just telling me I'm pregnant. It's very hurtful, especially when I know that I'm not. And on the day when I am emotionally broken and I'm starting my period, or I get a negative pregnancy test and I read that comment, just breaks me. If there's anything that anyone can get out of this video, if you're not going through fertility issues, is to be really careful about what you say. So romantic, huh, Steven?
What's going on? Just had an IUI, so
Dude,
you're not pregnant.
Look at this. No, I know, but it's so painful. It hurts. It's rock hard.
She said 3 days of bloating.
Oh, I'm so bloated. It hurts. I guess that's like a side effect, but oh my gosh.
The night before I was set to take my pregnancy test to see if the second IUI worked, I started to feel cramps again. The worst feeling. It's like you're sitting there and denying the cramps. I was denying the cramps. I was just like, no, I don't feel it. It's fine. It's just a cycle. It's a vicious cycle.
And it was just hard because it's just, there's so many different emotions. It's like so many different feelings in your body that you don't know what's going on, and you're psyching yourself
No,
out.
it takes over my mind every day. Like, I try not to let it, because people tell you not to think about it, but it's like, how can I not think about it? Like, I'm pumping my body full of hormones that make me crazy, make me sad. Like I'm not used to this person that I feel like I am now with doing this. And then like my life goes on, you know, like my work stuff goes on, and I'm just trying to push through and do everything, and I'm just so tired. I'm scared to do the next round of medication. Like, it's like this cycle of not being myself, and I'm over the whole like, when it's meant to happen, it'll happen. Like, I believe that. I understand that. I like accept that. But also,
It doesn't help that you have to go through all of this to try and get to that point.
When it doesn't happen, I have to now pump my body full of more medication that's gonna make me angry, depressed. Like, that's the hardest part, is going through that. And I can't not think about that, because I know in my mind this isn't who I am.
It's so different for a guy than it is for a girl in this situation, because it's like, I'm not experiencing the physical pain. I don't have to sit on the table to go through these treatments. It's not my body that's full of hormones that are being pumped into me to support egg production. And I admire, you know, Desi so much, and every female that's going through this, because you're literally going through it.
Tomorrow's the day that I'm supposed to take the test. Last month, on this day, I think I started my period.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling that now, and I'm just like, you know, I've gone through some hard shit in my life. And I never felt this way. Right now I have to go wipe my tears and go, you know, do my makeup for YouTube. Like, I can't just lay in bed every day and feel sorry for myself and not do anything.
Not myself at this moment in time. It's fine. Jesus Christ.
The next morning I woke up and I still hadn't started my period, so I had a sense of hope that I was right and maybe those weren't period cramps.
It says no.
It says no. You go through this emotional roller coaster of having hope that this is the one, this is going to be, you know, a success. It's going to lead to the pregnancy. And then it's not.
Before we knew it, we were going in for our third IUI. I went in to go see Dr. Huang so that we could check my levels, check everything out, and see when we're going to be ready for our third IUI.
Setting up camp.
Another day. Another sleigh. I'm so tired of these appointments.
What is it? IUI number 3, so we're on our 3rd round of Clomid.
So they're checking my follicles.
Making sure everything's right.
See how many I have. See when I'm gonna ovulate.
I think it's too early on a Sunday.
Well, I didn't check in with you guys after that last appointment, but it was like the most traumatizing thing ever. I'm pretty sure it shouldn't have been that hard. Essentially what they were doing was putting iodine through my fallopian tubes to make sure that everything was open. The whole process was just like, they're like, oh, we don't have stirrups, so like hold your own legs up. I was like, what? Like, hold my own legs up? Like, for how long? I was there for like an hour because he wasn't doing it right, and he had to do it 5 times, and there's like putting a catheter in me 5 times, and it was just like, I can't even paint the picture for you guys, but like, imagine this bed, and I'm at the edge of it, holding my own legs up, and then they have to slide me all the way back to the edge of the bed where the camera is that they need to take the pictures with, but they don't have like a mover, like the bed doesn't move. So then they're like pulling my body while I'm connected down there to all types of like catheters and shit, and they're pulling me up and down, and every single time they're like, she's like, oh, I guess I didn't get it right this time. 5 times. Not only was like humiliating, but it was so painful and uncomfortable. I started crying. It was traumatizing.
Luckily, the test results came back and I had no blockage. So now I'm really wondering what's wrong. Like, what's wrong with me?
You guys are going to get to know this office pretty well. You're also going to get to know this site pretty well.
Meet again.
So I think since we last checked in, it's been about like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, now we're on our 3rd IUI today.
We had a positive ovulation test.
3rd turkey basting today.
You get a cool little shot today. If you haven't ovulated, they're going to make you ovulate.
I'm just kind of going through the motions of this whole process again.
It's kind of like you just sat down, she was like, they don't even got to tell me what to do. I
I
already
just
know.
know now. I'm just like, I'm a regular here. It's, I already know the deal. I know the drill. Let's just get this party started.
Hopefully this month we're gonna get that good egg.
Okay.
Okay. And sometimes by doing the X-ray, it clears the tubes, makes everything kind of more receptive. And so we've seen studies that show that by doing that X-ray, it's actually increasing your chance of getting pregnant this month.
Nice.
Okay. But otherwise, know that you're doing everything you can.
Okay.
Right. That when you ovulate and you push out an egg, it's just whether we find the good egg.
Okay.
We give you a trigger shot. That's different than what you've done before, right? You've never done any shots, right? Okay, so good. Let's do a little bit different. Let's give you a trigger shot to help push this egg out.
Okay.
Okay. And after you do the trigger shot, that same shot will help to foster hopefully more progesterone.
Okay.
And then I'm looking forward to insemination tomorrow. If you've already ovulated by tomorrow, only one insemination. If you haven't, then we'll see you back on Friday, do a second insemination.
Okay.
But you haven't ovulated yet, so we haven't missed it. Okay. So your positive yesterday was telling us you're about to.
Okay.
Your real positive today tells me very likely you'll have ovulated by tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow for your IUI. If you haven't ovulated, we'll see you again on Friday.
Got it.
Okay, trigger shot to help push that egg out.
What's the trigger shot all about? It's like just a shot, or where do I get shot?
An injection
In the butt?
We'll do it for you.
Got it.
All right, so you're not, Steve doesn't have to do it. We'll do it for you. We'll do a trigger shot. It'll be in your buttock. It'll help you push the egg out.
Okay.
And if it's a good
You
egg,
can
we're
do
gonna
so
look for
cute.
it. Yeah. So we can
Very
do it
tiny.
easier. Okay, we'll do it for you.
All right.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
I'm not ovulating yet.
No, but you're right there, and that's normal though. They said that because with the advanced, like how much Clomid you're taking, that's why we got that trigger shot to help you. Do you want me to hold your legs up, or?
Put me in like a. Should I do a handstand real quick? See what happens?
Yeah, you want to twerk on that wall, Mac
Oh
Daddy
my-
style?
I wish I could twerk Mac Daddy style. It's not a gift I possess. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
We're on our way to the doctor to find out if this last IUI took or not. This month is the first time I haven't really put a lot of pressure on myself. Throwing the Halloween party did keep me busy, which is like kind of what I wanted, just to occupy my thoughts. But now that it's the day of, I think all the emotion that I've been suppressing is kind of like,
Seeping through.
it's kind of seeping through right now. I feel like I want to throw up. This time around, we have to do blood work to see if I'm pregnant because on this last IUI, we did a trigger shot, and the trigger shot, I guess, tricks your body into thinking it's pregnant, right?
It increases your hormone levels, and it's the
I
same
swear to God, you guys, I'm
hormone.
going to throw up. Like, imagine if I did it on camera.
I think it'd make for great content.
Thumbnail. Blah.
It elevates the hormone that your body produces when you're pregnant. So if you take a pregnancy test with the trigger shot, it could trigger a false positive or a false negative. So
Oh my God. If I got a false positive, I would just die.
Right. And they say it can also give you a false negative, and then you want to get your period, and then you got to test again like a week later. So that's why you go in and get your blood work, because it's precise.
So it's the 31st, and I have not got my period. But then again, last month, I got my period on the 31st, and I was like, that's fucked up.
We got this.
What if I am pregnant and you're leaving me tonight? Actually, what if I'm not pregnant and you're leaving me tonight?
Dude, I've already thought about both of these situations, and it's...
Steven's going out of town for a bachelor party. And when I mean out of town, I don't mean Vegas. I mean, like, his ass is going to Costa Rica. That's, like, serious out of town. So I'm kind of just like...
Yeah, right. You're like, bye, get out of here.
How are you going to feel when you have to leave?
I'm not gonna be happy.
Would you feel...
You went to the fucking
Would you
grocery
feel
store
worse?
yesterday, and I said I missed you.
Would you...
Okay?
Would you feel worse leaving if I was pregnant or if I wasn't pregnant?
To be honest,
Be honest.
if you aren't pregnant, because I wouldn't be here for you.
Really?
Yeah. If you were
If I were you,
pregnant-
I'd feel worse that I was pregnant.
Really?
I don't know why.
No, I feel like we would have such a great day today, and then it would give you time to like be by yourself and really reflect on your own thoughts. But I feel like if you weren't, I won't be here to be the one to comfort you.
And how does it work? You take my blood, and how long does it take to know?
You'll get results today in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Maybe around 3 to 4.
Okay.
Expect the call.
I felt so broken after doing 3 rounds of Clomid with IUI that I just decided I wanted to skip straight to IVF. That this was just, in my mind, I just thought, why would I want to go through 3 possible failed rounds of this next step when I just can't take it anymore? I would rather just skip to doing what has the highest success rate. Stephen and I agreed to skip to IVF.
Instead of putting you on medications to stimulate your follicles, we're actually putting you on birth control pills to synchronize them.
Okay.
You'd be on that for 2 weeks. Then you'll be off the pills for 5 days, and then you'll be on shots for 8 to 12. So it's 2 weeks, 5 days off, then about 2 weeks of shots. So in total, it's about a 5-week process. Okay. The hard work is the last 2 weeks. Okay. To get the eggs out, it's invasive, but it's not that invasive. It's the same ultrasound I just did, except you'll be asleep for about 15-20 minutes. And while you're asleep, we'll do the same ultrasound. A needle's going to pass through the back wall of the vagina to get to all those follicles, which by that time will be nice and big. So they're easy targets. A needle will go into each one, we'll drain it, get the egg out of each follicle, and then when we get 10, 15, 16 follicles, we'll put it with 10, 15, 16 sperm. We'll watch them grow for 5 days. That's all it takes. We'll watch them fertilize, watch them grow. Nature's going to get rid of some of the bad ones. When we get to the good ones, those ones we can do one of 2 things. If we get a lot of embryos, which hopefully you will because you're so young, hopefully if we can get 15 eggs, we end up with 4 or 5 embryos, I'm going to say let's test them. So we know exactly which ones are good. Not all of them will be good, maybe half of them will be. So if we find 2 or 3 are good and 2 or 3 are bad, we're not going to put in the bad ones, then we'll just put in one of the good ones.
And then, so for the next, so say it doesn't catch the first time. So for the next round, you don't have to do the whole process again. You just have
3 weeks later, we put in the next one.
Okay.
3 weeks later, we put in the next one. Does that make sense? Okay. The chance of each one getting you pregnant, same as when you were 20, 65 to 70%.
I was reckless when I was 20 and I didn't get pregnant, so I don't know.
so know that as we move forward, if we have to go this route,
Okay.
We'll be able to pick the embryos. We'll be able to screen the embryos. We'll know which ones are healthy, and then we just need to put in one. What's nice about this option is that then, if you know you guys want to have 2 or 3 kids, great, we'll put in one, we'll keep 2 or 3 in the freezer. Does that make sense? You're young. So that way, if you get pregnant when you're 33 and you come back and you're 35, your chance of pregnant is still good. You can come back at 40, 42, 43. If we have healthy embryos in the freezer, irrespective of your age, your chance of getting pregnant with healthy embryos is going to be 65 to 70%. So meaning if we create embryos now and you get pregnant on the first one, awesome. The other ones that are in the freezer, you can come back in 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and you'll still have the same chance of getting pregnant.
How likely is it to get pregnant on the first one? I feel like a lot of people say that too multiple times.
65 to 70, which is about 2/3. So that means for every 3 patients we have, 2 will get pregnant on the first try. 1 won't. Does that make sense? And it's just a numbers game.
To any woman going through infertility, I truly understand what a superhero you are.
I never thought that we would get to IVF, but I guess that's just what we have to do next.